Let me be perfectly clear. When it comes to this weapon, I don't share your optimism.
It's the first time anyone's accused me of optimism.
Yes, well, I'll remind you your wife refused the idea of bringing the hammer back online. I would have thought you'd respect Anya's wishes.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. For both our sakes.
Anya would have wanted you to...
You don't get to talk about her.
If that's what you think, I won't argue.
You and that goddamn fertility program.
A program that gave you your son. And mine. I honor Anya. I loved Anya. I don't care if you believe me. When my program was in its infancy, she came to me. She volunteered. Both times she volunteered. Seeing First Minister Stroud undergo treatment. Do you know how many children are alive today thanks to her? She should be buried here, you know, with the Allfathers. The people need her inspiration.
Your inspiration was my wife.
First Minister, Lieutenant Phoenix and his squad.
Send them in.
What is up everyone, Barricade here, and I'm bringing you guys a quick Gears 5 theory video. I'd like to touch up on something that I mentioned a long time ago, and that is actually a discussion I have in mind regarding Anya. If you guys notice in the cutscene I showed right before the beginning of this video, you can see that Marcus seems to hold a lot of resentment towards Jin. He seems like every time she mentions Anya or tries to talk highly about her, it really makes Marcus mad. And he has such a low opinion of Jin about it to the point that he literally tells her, you do not have the right to talk about her. So why is Marcus mad? Why is Marcus so spiteful towards Jin when it comes to this? I feel like there's a lot of major hints in their discussion when he's talking to her in that office during that cutscene. And the very first thing I really wanted to point it out is Jin tells him, I thought you would respect Anya's wishes when it comes to the Hammer of Dawn discussion. And Marcus immediately replies with, I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear you say that. To me, that is almost implying that she did something against Anya's wishes, and whatever it was very bad. And it probably did something really bad to Anya herself, physically. I'm going to get a little bit more into that in a moment. But right after that, she tries to bring up Anya again, and Marcus straight up tells her, you don't get to talk about her. So, once again, implying you did something bad. You do not have the right to talk about her. And now I'm starting to think, wait a second, what happened exactly with Anya? And how exactly did she die? And we get a little bit even more of a hint in the very next exchange when Marcus angrily says, you and your goddamn fertility program. And then she states, a program that gave you your son and mine. And continues to tell him that during the very first stages of the program that Anya came to her and volunteered to do it, even did so twice. And Marcus is looking at the picture, kind of thinking about her at this moment. And I feel like all of this, everything that happened with the fertility clinic is the reason why Anya died. And the thing that pretty much confirms it for me, why I believe this, is the last exchange when they're talking about it. When Jin states that Anya should be buried there in New Ephyra to give inspiration, and Marcus angrily turns around and tells her, your inspiration, quote unquote, is my wife. That right there shows that Anya did the fertility, program, whatever it was exactly, to be able to give her the ability to have children. It stopped her from being barren. And maybe during its infancy, as Jin stated, the program was probably unstable and unsafe, and it probably had really nasty side effects for it, and eventually killed Anya. And while she was able to have JD and, live with him while he was a young child, like we saw in the Tomorrow trailer, it eventually took her life. And that's why Marcus resents Jin so much, because Anya, still was a very young, healthy woman and could have lived a very long time. but due to, making this sacrifice to have a son with Marcus, it took a very bad toll. And he puts it against Jin because of the fact that if, in a sense, Jin didn't do this, then Anya would still be alive. But the trade-off is the fact that they were able to have a son. So he probably doesn't know how to feel about it in the end, because I know for a fact that he loves his son. But maybe Anya should have just waited until it was more safe, more stable, something that would be easy to do, because as you can tell throughout the Gears 4 campaign when they talk about it before, it seems like a standard practice now. It doesn't look like something that would be, life risking or anything like that at all. But the problem was Anya was so quick to jump into it that she threw caution to the wind, and it eventually costed her. And the reason why I believe this theory to be true is simply because of the fact of that final statement. Your inspiration was my wife, because she was stating that due to her actions of being, the first minister, to being someone that would do the fertility program and be tested on, it was a big inspiration for the community, and everyone wanted to do it because, well, the first minister is doing it, so why can't we, type of thing. And due to her being the inspiration, it killed her. And that's why Marcus tells her exactly those words. Your inspiration was my wife. Pretty much saying, yeah, you got your inspiration. You got to get everything you wanted out of your program to inspire people to do it. But it killed my wife. So thanks. Type of thing. So that's personally what I feel is true. That's what I believe happened to Anya. I feel like she simply just died from sickness. First, I used to think that she died during the massacre of Settlement 2. But I don't think that's what happened anymore. I don't believe that has anything to do with Anya. I feel like this is what killed her. And if I'm right, it's actually a really sad thing to sit there and think about, because of the fact that throughout the novels and everything, it was stated for a fact that she was barren. She could not have children. But she loved Marcus throughout the series, and she loved them ever since they were younger and during the Battle of Astral Fields and everything. And she wanted that to continue after the Locust War, and she wanted to have a family with him like a normal person, and she was willing to make that sacrifice. So that overall is really a sad thing to think about, because Anya was always such a good person, and she did not deserve to go out like that. And it sucks. It really does. It's really a sad thing to sit there and think about it. But, that's Gears of War. That's just something that happens throughout the series. And I really hope that they eventually shed light on this and explain if I'm right, if this is really truly what happened. But I feel like I'm right. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button and subscribe. And also let me know what you guys think about my theory. Do you feel like the fertility program is what eventually killed Anya, that she died simply from sickness? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And also, guys, if you guys have any theories, anything you want me to cover, let me know. Leave a comment. I'll see if it's something worth mentioning in the next video or talking about. Gears 5 tended to bring up a lot of past things throughout the series and expand on them. So I would like to continue making videos about it, because Gears 5 had a lot of lore. I really love that about this game, and I want to keep talking about it because it's really cool. But once again, guys, if you guys like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. And also, once again, if you like the video, please hit the notification bell so anytime I make a video, you guys can be notified. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see any of my other content, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.